to see you, man.
And we're back.
We're back with Thicker Than Blood podcast, episode 3, season 3.
33, like Larry Bird. And guess who's going to be 33 this week?
Oh, shit. Happy birthday.
That's right.
It's you, right?
It's me. It's my favorite month of the year. Okay. Love it. We're in June. We're finally in June 2020. Crazy times, and we're going to talk about everything but that.
Yeah. Let's not... anyone who's tuning in now, moving forward, as we've said before, please, when you come, show the love, show the support. Like everything you see, please. Comment on it. Subscribe to this. Go to our Instagram. Our Instagram handle is at Thicker Than Blood Podcast. Please go there. Follow the page. Right now, we're currently action blocked. Hopefully, we'll be back up and running by Friday. But we're posting videos every single week. We do a full episode, and then we do multiple clips. The clips are funny. Please watch them. Come onto our page. Check it out. Show the love. Show the support. Share it with people. Don't share it with kids, though, because clearly this is not something that you want children to be seeing.
No. Judging by our last clip, yeah, you definitely don't want
Yeah, no. So children, grandparents maybe, you don't want to be showing them that kind of stuff.
Not at
but
all.
we are back, and we are ready to have a conversation, ready to have a podcast.
Yeah.
So it's been a week since him and I had a long talk, so we got some things we got to chat about.
Yeah.
Normally I've been posting the MMA rants, but with what's going on right now, I haven't been able to. I posted on my page, which is at Justin_Marico. Kyle's going to be posting some on his page soon, just so we can get content flowing. But it all goes back to our page, so we're going to have a chat about UFC and what's going on right now. Let's talk about the biggest news in MMA.
Jon Jones. Usually is the biggest news in MMA just because of how controversial he is.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jon Jones wants to vacate his lightweight title and get light heavyweight title and get out of his contract with the UFC because he is expecting a pretty big payday. I guess apparently he's demanding a large payday from Dana White. Is that what it is?
Did you hear what he was demanding?
Well, it's speculation. From what I saw, there is no exact number, but I heard 10 million, I heard 20 million, and then the last number I heard was 30 million. Which I don't know if he's really asking for 30 million, dude. Has anybody ever made even half that on a fight?
Not in the UFC.
No.
Well, his specific words were specific words that Dana White used was he wanted Deontay Wilder money, who I think his last contract that he did was 30 million.
Wow.
Or something along those lines.
Can't be for one fight though.
I think it was a deal he signed with DAZN.
Yeah, right.
I think the DAZN app or something like that.
For multiple fights though.
I think it's multiple fights, but regardless, it's a different sport. I mean, you can't go by that. That's like...
Well, the best explanation I saw is that, in defense of Jon Jones, is that he wants to move up into heavyweight, and they apparently want to pay him the same amount of money. And he's saying, why would I go into a harder division and fight harder opponents for the same amount of money when I could just stay where I'm at and dominate everybody? And so where's the incentive for me to want to do that at all? Fucking pay me, I'm on my way out, Which
I understand where he's coming from with that, but then with what they're saying with them, they're like, Dana said, John, there is no worse time for any fighter, not just you, to come to us and ask for more money.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
For any business, if you go and demand more money right now, because of the fact that, dude, the last card that we just watched over this weekend and the 3 before that in Jacksonville, there's no live gate.
Right.
That's millions and millions of dollars that they're losing. And then you have to take into consideration all of the money that they have to spend with all these tests, the COVID-19 test and all that other crap. And then on top of it, all the little things that we don't see that Dana even mentioned, where normally we're all here in this building and now we have to rent an entire hotel to do this, and this.
Oh, yeah.
We can't have one room. There's so many other extra things, and he's saying that's probably the biggest reason why these other sports organizations don't want to open, because the price tag that's attached to it
for sure
seems to be greater than what the risk is greater than the reward, I guess.
Yeah, right.
In terms of money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I agree with Dana. You know what I mean? Worst time to be asking for more money. And then on top of it, as good as Jon is, and that he is the greatest of all time when it comes to MMA, that's what it seems to be leading to.
Yeah.
He's not that big of a draw when it comes to money.
Right.
And I think Jon even openly said, I made $5 million off my last fight. I think that's what he said.
Yep.
That's a pretty big fucking chunk of money.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
I
you
think
agree?
he said he's like the third highest paid in the UFC right now.
Under Khabib and McGregor,
Correct.
I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I don't know, man. I don't know what more he could really want. I mean, but the other thing I saw him say was apparently that Dana tarnished his legacy, or Dana's like, and I was
that
like,
was actually funny.
yeah, because even Dana was like, dude, really?
He's like, you did
I
a good
did that?
job on
Right.
your own.
Right. Which he did. Anything negative around Jon Jones is all Jon Jones' fault.
Everything is self-inflicted. Everything.
And Dana White said, he's like, dude, he could have been the LeBron James of this fucking sport. Like, he could have been the greatest in all aspects.
He could have been the Jordan of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not even LeBron. He could have been the fucking Jordan, bro.
Yeah.
He is not. I mean, the Matt Hamill fight where he lost because the DQ, because the elbows. Everyone knows he didn't really lose that fight. The guy is essentially undefeated, just like Khabib.
He's definitely undefeated.
In a heavier weight division. I mean, it's, you know, lightweight obviously is probably one of the most stacked divisions. But then again, if you look at welterweight right now, Jesus fucking Christ, what's going on there? But they say the heavier the weight class is, the harder it is. I think light heavyweight is fight, dude. I mean, most of the MMA legends were there.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Liddell, fucking Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, and Randy Couture was there at one point.
Yeah.
I think Dan Henderson is another fucking legend.
Well,
he was there.
that division is the apex, man, of size and agility, I guess you could say. Like, it is the best of both worlds, because obviously when you get into heavyweight, you lose a lot of your cardio because of how big you are, but you're murdering people with every punch. And then below that, you really don't have the power, but you can go all day long. So the light heavyweight to me is always like, that is, in terms of like physical ability of a human, a man, a full size, like, you know, that is where we're supposed to be.
Big,
you know,
200 pounds.
yeah,
205 pounds.
205 pounds. 6'1", 6'2".
I personally
beast.
always thought that welterweight encompassed the true
Oh yeah.
fighting athlete. I mean, 170 pounds is like, normally a 170-pound athlete is a very trim, athletic human being.
Right.
Not enormous, still fast. But the heavier guys get, obviously, the less technical they seem. I mean, and you look at George St. Pierre. I mean, if you're not calling Jon Jones the greatest of all time,
Oh yeah.
it's clearly the title goes to George St. Pierre.
Yeah.
So that, I feel, encompasses, and for the longest time now, I mean, for the past couple years, welterweight has been a disaster, and not in a good way. And I hate to directly correlate it with fucking Tyron Woodley, but when he was champ, it was the most boring it ever was. It was horrible, dude. It sucked when Woodley was the champ.
Yeah.
And before he was the champ, there was killers in there, and it was so much fun to watch. And you know, George was the champ at the time. But now it makes me happy with Usman in there. Well, a lot of people call him Snoozman, you know, because his fights weren't really that exciting. But I'll tell you what, his fight with Colby was one of the...
That's what I'm saying. Not after that last fight, you can't say that.
Can't
Holy
say that, man.
shit, man.
Guy's a fucking warrior.
You don't go in and break somebody's jaw and then say it's a boring fight.
Yeah, man.
No way.
Yeah. So, but talking about the card from last week with Gilbert Burns,
Wow.
what the fuck, dude?
That guy was on another level.
That was insane. It
Yeah.
shut my ass up. I was actually pissed because I've never been a Woodley fan, and the one time I put money on this motherfucker,
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Tyrone the Disappointment Woodley for me.
I couldn't pick. I didn't pick. Well, I chose the other guy. Just because.
He was the underdog too.
And it was over a year since Woodley fought.
15
Like,
months.
took a hard loss. I don't know.
But
man.
it was a hard loss, but it wasn't a knockout, so that's why I was like,
No, but he got beat, man.
Yeah, he got beat. And dude, after that, like that loss to Gilbert
Is he
Burns.
done? What else is he gonna do?
I don't think he's done, but I'll tell you what, I can tell that Dana was probably happy about it because, you know, Dana don't really like Tyron Woodley. I mean, he says that, like, oh, listen, I have no ill will towards any of my fighters. I don't give a fuck.
right.
He goes, the only person I really disliked was Tito Ortiz.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was blatantly open about it. Dana White's not someone to hide
Yeah.
anything he feels. But after that loss, man, where do you go? I mean, I
don't know.
did a combat chat. If anyone likes the combat chat series on our page, please check those out as well, where I pretty much go on rants about what's going on. I did one on the welterweight division. I had to post it on my channel.
Yeah.
But talking about everything that's been going on there, there's so much at the top now.
Yeah.
The top 5 are really like the top 5 killers.
Yep.
And then somehow they're just trying to fucking throw Conor McGregor in there, which pisses me off.
Makes no sense.
But back to Jon Jones.
So, yeah.
Do you think he actually will vacate the belt?
Maybe. I think so. I think he wants to fight heavyweight, so I think regardless he's going to vacate it whether he stays or not. Mm-hmm. I think he's trying to make threats to leave. He could probably get some serious money from Bellator. They'd probably pay him $15 million, $20 million.
I don't think they'll pay him that much because I don't think they could. I don't think they could.
You don't think so?
But I think without the Reebok deal in place, sponsorship-wise, with Jon going and getting his own sponsors, he will easily make the money that he wants.
You think so?
Just from
you don't think sponsors are afraid of him?
Not all of them.
I think they would be.
No.
Who's he sponsor? Who's he endorsed by
I'm
right
talking
now?
about a sponsorship for one fight.
Right.
Just for
okay.
just for the fight, not like a full on Nike sponsorship, nothing like that. I'm talking about sponsorships to wear on his clothing during the fight. The amount of money those guys get paid for doing that, just having a little logo or emblem on their shit, is fucking crazy.
Right.
That's why they were so mad when that Reebok deal went through. They were like, "You just fucked us. Like you took so much money away."
Right.
There were most guys were making more money off of their sponsorships on their clothing. They were on the fight purse.
Wow.
A lot more money. Really? Miles Jury, he's a fighter in Bellator. He was in the UFC. Anyone who watches MMA should probably know who Miles Jury is. He's got his own channel too. Talks mostly about the financial part of being a UFC fighter, which no one talks about. And he broke down in his fights, like my fight with Donald Cerrone, how much did I make, and goes through every little thing. And he was making more money off his sponsorships with those fights than he was that the UFC was paying him.
Wow. Yeah. Holy shit.
A lot more money. So
that sucks that they took that away. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, it was big.
I knew that the Reebok deal happened, but I didn't realize the impact that it had on the fighters making money outside of what the UFC pays them.
Yeah, well, that's why the fighters were so mad about it. It wasn't a matter of like, I gotta wear Reebok. I don't like Reebok. It's no, now I can't make extra money. That's not fair.
Right.
Which I agree, but I also agree with what Dana was saying. With this is good because everyone was mad about the sport being so all over the place and disorganized. This just brings more structure. Yeah. We have uniforms now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They have jerseys. Yeah. That we buy. Right. That the UFC sells to us. Yeah. And they charge me $65 for one shirt.
Fucking T-shirt.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I have 3 of them.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But I don't know. I know he has fights left in his contract, so I don't know how that works. How do you get out of a fight contract?
I don't know. He's telling Dana to release him. Like, just get rid of the contract, null the contract. Who's gonna? Why would they do that? No. It makes no sense.
Yeah, they're not gonna release his ass.
No.
So, but if he doesn't get released and he doesn't go up to heavyweight to fight Francis,
he's got to rematch Reyes. Then.
You think that's the next thing?
Absolutely. It was a close fight.
You don't think he fights Jan instead?
No.
Really?
He needs a rematch. He needs a rematch. Reyes deserves a rematch.
I agree, 100%.
It was a really good fight. He didn't get annihilated and dominated by the greatest of all time.
No.
The second time around, dude, he might edge fucking Jones out, man. I don't know.
You never know. Or
because the kid is so young, he's just got to be getting better.
Or it goes in the opposite direction, and you look at what happened with Jon and Gus. Mm-hmm. Gus almost beat Jon, and second time around, Jon knocked him out. Jon beat the fucking shit out of him.
Jon actually trained second time around.
That too.
It was a different Jon. Mm-hmm. Totally different Jon. So
you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. I would love to see that fight, though. I would love to see Jon rematch Dom. I honestly don't want to watch him fight Santos again, Thiago. Like I really don't.
Is he walking yet?
I think he's walking, but as far as anything else goes,
fighting, training.
Yeah, I don't know. But
God, no.
I definitely want to see him fight Dom. I want to see him fight that guy Jan, the Polish guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really nothing else in light
It's
heavyweight.
either I would love to see the Reyes fight, the Reyes round 2, or move up to heavyweight and fight Ngannou.
So only Francis at heavyweight, or would you care if you fought someone different?
I think the biggest challenge would be in Ngannou.
Absolutely.
That's why I would want to see it, because I feel like Jones only has a couple more fights.
You think so?
Maybe 2.
Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy to say that, though, because Jon is still very young.
He's 32?
31, 32 years
Yeah.
old, something like that.
So, but I just don't think he's in it. I just don't see it in his eye, in his face. He's just not in it. He's just doing it.
He's just doing it.
Yeah, it looks like he's going through the motions, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's very different from when he was younger.
oh yeah, the hunger's not there, and he seems so distracted by every other aspect of his life.
Yeah.
Not even just the crazy shit that he does, but in just so many other things as being an adult now and his family and other shit. You know, so many other things that seem to take away from his drive to be the fighter that he is.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that he's not a good fighter anymore, but I would say 1 or 2 more fights.
Interesting.
If he goes up to heavyweight, maybe he does 1 fight. If it's for a belt, you know, because what are they gonna? They're gonna vacate the heavyweight title, right? Stipe's not gonna fight.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. From what I know, the guy can't train or he doesn't.
But then here's the thing. See, I think they should vacate the title. Let Jon fight someone for that title right off the dick, and then the winner of that fights Cormier for Cormier's last fight of his career.
Yeah, I don't know. I truthfully, I think Dan Cormier should get the fight at heavyweight first before Jon.
Me too.
But you want to see Jon fight.
So then, well, all right. So you know what though? It actually does make more sense. Cormier and Ngannou should fight for the vacant title, and the winner of that fights Jon.
Agreed.
That would be better.
But the thing is I don't think Daniel will fight Jon.
And there's why though. Cormier is going to retire after that fight, and especially if he beats Ngannou, so he'll win the vacant title again, and then retire, and then it'll be Jon and Ngannou fighting for the title.
For the vacant.
Because Cormier is not going to fight Jones again. He just won't.
I don't see it either, and I don't think it's.
I hope he doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I like the guy.
I like him too.
I don't want to see him go out like that. He's not going to beat Jon Jones.
You don't think even at heavyweight, there's a huge advantage for him?
Nope. No. I just think Jon's got his fucking number, dude.
Yeah, it just happens, man. Sometimes people just know how to beat someone.
Dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Jon Jones step up to the plate with that guy and just like point to where he's gonna fucking hit it. Right there.
I'm gonna kick you right in the side of the head.
Yeah.
Well, which is kind of what he did. He did
exactly what he did.
Yeah, he said, "I'm gonna kick you in the head and knock you the fuck out." Sorry for drinking while we're talking.
Yeah. But no, so I just feel like Jones just got his number, man. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the part of that fucks with Cormier. Because I feel like watching Cormier fight other fighters, he fights Jones differently. It looks different. He looks different to me. Yeah.
I feel like Daniel... I feel like the way DC fought Stipe was the way he fought Jones. He really didn't, like, even with the Stipe fight, his coaches were like, why are you not wrestling?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Mm-hmm. And that lost him the fight.
Right.
And I feel as though he did the same thing with Jon. He tried to stand up and he was boxing, which he was having success until he got kicked in the head.
Same with Stipe. He was having great success until he started getting punched in the fucking gut.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, man. It's kind of crazy when you think about that. Like, why is he not fighting those guys like he fought Rumble? You know, fought Anthony Johnson.
Yeah.
Which, that's another motherfucker who I would love to see come in. Put it this way.
I want to see that guy in person. Because he looks
so
insane,
big,
dude.
He's so big.
He looks like an action, like the WWF action figures back when they had like the traps that like came up to their, you know, like that's what he looks like. He's just enormous.
He's built like fucking Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would love. There's so many fights with that guy that I would love to see. I mean, besides, there's no one really left for Francis to fight at heavyweight. Mm-hmm. If he can't fight Stipe and he can't fight DC, there's no one else. There's no one. right? There's really no one. There's no one, I think, in the top 10 that he hasn't knocked the fuck out already.
Yeah.
That, that would pose even a little bit of a threat to him.
Yeah.
I would love to see him fight Rumble at heavyweight. That would be insane.
That would be a great fight.
That would be a really good fight. I still want to see Rumble go down. I don't know if Rumble would ever go down to 205 again, but if he fought Jon at 205 or fought Jon at heavyweight, that's another one.
Right. That would be a good fight.
A lot of
That'd
people
be a good fight for
about
Jones.
him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So we never got to see Rumble fight Jon at light heavyweight. So,
right.
But again, I mean, DC actually said specifically compared Francis to Rumble, and he says, "I see Francis as a less technical Rumble Johnson." DC thinks he could beat him. Obviously, he sees.
I could see that.
I could see that too.
Yeah, I could totally see
a
that.
less technical Rumble Johnson.
Yeah.
Same thing. Just the difference was just Rumble was massacring people at light heavyweight, and this guy's doing it at heavyweight.
Right.
But it's pretty clear that Rumble can be as big as Francis and probably do the same thing to people.
Yeah.
And to think that guy was cutting down to 170 at one point, he was a welterweight at one point, dude.
Insane.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy. That's why he looks just so big now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He looks huge, man.
He's fucking humongous, man. He's a big boy. So.
All good stuff.
But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens with the whole MMA stuff right now. I mean, we got a big card coming up this weekend.
Nunez.
Yeah. So I'm not sure when this episode is actually going to be released, but we have UFC 250 coming up this weekend. Definitely going to be posting some combat chats on my channel and on our podcast channel as well. So tune in and watch that shit as well because it's going to be interesting. We got Amanda Nunez versus Felicia Spencer.
Yep.
Who are you taking in that fight?
Nunez.
Yeah.
All day.
By knockout or by decision? It's not.
I don't know.
I don't think that's.
I don't think it's gonna be. Yeah, I don't know. It could. Nunez is explosive, man. She might knock her out.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna say decision.
You're gonna take a decision?
Yeah, I'm gonna say decision, but
Nunez by decision
could be a knockout.
I'm for argument's sake, I'm just gonna pick Felicia Spencer.
Nice.
I'm gonna pick Felicia Spencer.
Yeah.
Felicia has fought every single one of her fights at 145.
Mm-hmm.
Nunez only had one against Cyborg.
Right.
I don't think it was a lucky punch.
Yeah.
That she knocked Cyborg out with.
Dude.
I think that Cyborg
buried Cyborg.
I think Cyborg fought stupid as fuck, and did not think that Amanda had the power that she did. Stupid. It was
Cyborg
very
was
stupid.
Also yoked out of her fucking mind.
Yeah.
In the fight.
So I think that fight, if Cyborg fought the way she normally would, it would have went longer. Amanda probably still would have won. But this girl, Felicia Spencer, is not stupid.
Yeah, she looks good.
Doesn't fight stupid. And if you look at her fight with Cyborg, man, she had Cyborg in trouble. She really did. She had in trouble a couple times. Ended up losing in the decision and went 5 rounds. Didn't get knocked out and took some heavy hits from Cyborg. So I wonder. I don't know, man, because I think if this girl goes to the ground with Nunez, this girl's good, man.
Yeah.
She's good, dude.
All right. Gonna be exciting.
And her last fight, she beat the fucking shit out of the last girl. First round, TKO, you know what I mean?
We'll see. Can't count Nunez out, though.
No, never.
I can't do it. So
Absolutely not.
I'm going to take her.
Okay. You're going to take her by decision?
Yep.
I'm going to take Felicia by submission.
You got a round?
Round 3.
All right.
Round 3. Because I think 145, Amanda at 145, she already has somewhat trouble with her cardio at 135. So going in heavier may impede it even more. And again, Felicia's used to doing those long fights at that weight. Maybe she grinds her out and she gets tired at 145 after she maybe loses some of her power as the rounds go on. If the girl Felicia survives, the girl showed she got a chin. She can take hits. So
you're gonna put money on her?
Yeah.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So cool. I feel like I'm becoming like a compulsive gambler. I bet on like every fight now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So but
I can't get into gambling. I hate losing.
Oh, it sucks. It's
horrible.
horrible.
Losing. And I'm not. You're gonna lose, so I just don't like doing it. I'd rather not. I just rather just enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Well, Same reason why I never.
It's nice because it gets me into. I don't want to say gets me into the fights that I don't know, the fighters that I don't know. It makes them a little more exciting when I don't know who to root for in the situation. You know what I mean? But the card coming up, dude. I mean, you got some great fights on there. At first, I was like, I don't even know if I
Sugar
want to buy this
fucking,
card. Sean
Sugar-
O'Malley's
yeah,
fighting
Sugar
again. He's fighting Eddie Wineland.
Yeah.
They threw Cody Garbrandt on there versus Rafael Assunção. Man, Corey Sandhagen's fighting Aljamain Sterling.
Yes,
that's another good one. That whole card is stacked, man. It's at first when I first looked at it, all I saw was Nunes and Felicia Spencer, and then every other fight on there, I didn't know anybody. I'm like, oh boy, this is a pay-per-view. Yeah, this is gonna struggle. And then they just added all these good fights on there. So
yeah, looks good. Looks good.
So we're gonna move on to our next segment. We're gonna move on to something sexual. I have a video and a little story that goes along with the video.
We're gonna do a reaction again.
Yes, a reaction video.
Awesome.
Okay, so the story behind this thing was something I saw on, I think it was Reddit. This girl, some people are probably gonna know what I'm talking about. There was a photo of her with her boyfriend, who apparently just graduated.
I know this.
Did you see the video?
Yes.
Did you really?
It's been a while. The girl goes the same day, same outfit. So got it either the same day or she happens to wear the same exact fucking outfit.
I don't think she recycled the outfit, bro. I think she literally
left.
So for people that don't know, this girl, her boyfriend or fiance or whatever, had graduated, I guess, basic training, boot camp, and then was going away. And in that same day, it seems as though she went and filmed a porno. Yeah. And
my God.
Yeah.
Let's watch it.
We're going to watch it right now.
Play by
we're going to
play.
get a little bit of reaction. And then we have a little bit more to add to the segments. Cue the porno.
This fucking girl. Selena Green Vargas, military girlfriend.
Okay, you can find this video.
So there's a little ad playing before the video, and it's showing like animated video game porn. Who is watching this? You're on Pornhub, where there's real women having sex.
That's a game.
Oh, so you're not just watching the animation, you're playing?
I think you're playing something. Play this game. Try not to come in 4 seconds or some shit. Let's take a look.
So same exact outfit from the photo of her and her fiance.
It's bad. She's excited to do her first porno video. She's a little sketched out.
A little nervous.
Damn.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you? 3.
Oh my God, she's 18.
Looks like she took a fucking shotgun blast of makeup to the face.
She's there for money, specifically. I wonder how much money they're actually paying her for this.
$200, $500.
What do you think? Like, you think $500?
I'm gonna say $200 to $500. Max $1,500.
You think that much? I don't even think that much.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, I mean, max of the possibilities.
The first time she had sex was with her ex-boyfriend, who was really big.
I just want to hear, like, are you in a relationship right now? Like,
yeah, like,
I wish it would ask that question.
Oh, her last boyfriend was half the
throwing
size.
shade.
That's gotta suck, man.
Her favorite position is from the back. That's gotta suck.
That's gotta suck.
Right?
This girl to say that shit.
Do you think
camera?
that's for him? What part sucks more? Her saying that he's half the size of her ex-boyfriend, or her making the video in general? Or is it just salt in the wound? Because now not only is your girl fucking somebody else on camera, she just told the whole world that you got a little dick.
Well, she said half the size of the first guy, who was
really big,
enormous. So,
all right. So let's say he has
half the size of anything.
Doesn't have a 13-incher.
I'm
telling you, he does not what we watched last time.
No.
So let's say he's got a 9-incher, a 10-incher, big dick, half the size. He's got a 4.5, 5. Yeah, he's got a tiny dick.
That's the struggle. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. That's like
what a bitch.
Getting stabbed and, like you said, just rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah, right. Just twisting a knife, bitch.
Do you like to get hit? She just likes sex. Just sex in general. Have you ever seen a porn?
Yeah.
Only a couple pornos? Bull fucking shit, lady.
Her body language is all over the place. She's like just lying profusely
about everything she's saying. Mm-hmm. The boyfriend has no idea that she is there doing the video today. Oh, really? He wouldn't be happy? How would you feel? Would you be... I don't think he'd be happy. What a dummy.
But did you hear what the guy said? Would he kick your ass? And she said, no, no one can kick my ass.
You weigh literally 95 fucking pounds, lady.
I was hoping she was going to say, no, he wouldn't hit me.
He wouldn't hit me.
But no one can whoop my ass. Like, I want to fight you just for saying that.
Oh, wow. So if a girl was hot enough, she would go down on her. Good for you. Craziest place she's ever had sex was outside. That's it? That's all you got, lady?
Her lisp is starting to piss me off. There's too much talking going on here. Oh, she's got such a bad lisp. Does she have no bottom teeth? Like, what's going on here?
She's all upper jaw.
Oh, she's got like 3 bottom teeth.
Boyfriend's mom walked in on them, and she said nothing. Can you imagine that? What would you say walking in on your child?
Oh, I don't even want to think about it. I got 3 daughters, bro. I do not want to think about that right now.
So have you done anything like this before? No. Ah, you whore!
That's what I'm saying. You're just such a liar. I didn't film it.
I didn't film it. Oh, you've done modeling?
Instagram. I've done internships. All right.
All right, slut.
So, do you have toys? There's a mold of her boyfriend's dick. So you got one of those kits.
That's
that
just.
made it?
It's just weird.
Is that the boyfriend with half?
With the
half dick?
massive dick or
With
the fucking the half dick?
Right. So she still has a toy with her ex-boyfriend's dick. This girl is super fucking violating. Let's talk about that real quick. A girl, all right, let's say a girl that you're talking to or dating for a little while, you find out she has some sex toys, and she's got this fucking donger dildo. And somehow, one way or the other, you find out that that is a mold of her ex-boyfriend's dick. How the fuck do you feel about that? Is that like, holy shit?
Oh my god, that's like...
You're cheating on me, you fucking bitch!
That's like devastating!
What would you do? Do you have to tell her to get rid of that shit? You can't use that anymore, get rid of it? Why are you still using that?
Why do you still own this?
Is it just a dildo?
Imagine she's
There's
like...
gotta be connection. There's gotta be sentimental kind of connection to that. You know whose dick that is.
That's so weird. Can you imagine that? That would like... It would almost feel as though she's cheating every time she used it.
There's no way you can't not be thinking about that guy.
And it's like enormous. Like how
Imagine
weird,
that
how
shit.
weird is that? Like, yeah.
Imagine if it was like one of those fist dildos. It's his fucking
It's his arm.
It's his arm. Like imagine I do that and it has like my tattoos
Your
on
tattoos
it.
on it.
She's fisting herself with it. Like, yeah, I know those tattoos from somewhere.
Those tattoos.
It's got this fucking initial on it.
Oh god. The big rubber arm.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ.
This is a crazy looking arm. Where'd you get this? Actually, I molded that out of my ex-boyfriend's fucking forearm. Holy shit.
Oh god. It's like, yeah, I love being fisted.
So.
I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that. I don't know what you do. I can't even. That is the most awkward, weirdest thing you could ever encounter, I feel like. I feel like you have to get rid of it. Like,
yeah.
Like bro,
I'd
no.
Like, we're gonna get you a new one from the store.
At that point, I was like,
similar size and
yeah,
good,
like look, if you want one that big, again, let's go get a different one that is not a perfect mold.
And then to say that, like, if you want one that big, like your ex-boyfriend's fucking donkey dick, if you gotta have one that big, because mine's not that big. Like, let's
go to the store and buy a different one that doesn't look exactly like this one.
Yep. You go to the store and like he's on the box.
He's on the box.
Like fucking bitch! I didn't know you dated Evan Stone. What the fuck?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
You're like, hey, it's Shane Diesel. Yeah, that's my ex-boyfriend. Like, what?
Right? Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at this one. This is Johnny Sins' dick. Like, well,
yeah.
We probably shouldn't get that one. You just made me throw it out. Like, what?
Oh god, that's so weird.
Now I just want to find a fucking fist mold and make a fucking
mold your fist.
Yes.
Just use it on a girl when she comes over.
That I don't want to see. I want to give it to somebody
as a gift.
Yeah, and be like,
check this out.
This is gonna pay off in dividends.
This is for you.
Yeah.
It's like
a novelty item, and then if like a girl with a really good sense of humor, and then when she does get a boyfriend, and if he finds that thing, like she doesn't have to use it ever.
Yeah.
Just have it.
Yeah.
Just to fucking see what somebody would do when they see that you have a giant rubber fist of someone you know, dude.
Oh my god.
That's good.
I guess when you, like, if you have like a ton of money, I would just do horrible pranks like that to everybody. Just fucked up shit, because that's got to be expensive to do, right?
Oh my God, you've been zapped. All right, and we're back. She's ready to start.
She's ready to start.
And this guy just standing to the side the whole time.
The whole time with a raging hard on through his jeans.
Yep. You couldn't take the jeans off, dude. You got no shirt on.
She can't take the pants off because her nails. And whoa! She almost got poked in the eye.
Oh, right to it. Look right at the camera. So watch this.
Yeah, this is not her first video. That's pretty good.
I feel like she just went right for it. The magic of a camera. Like, just no wasting time. Just go right for it, girl. Mm-hmm. Good job. Just knowing what she's doing right now is just killing it for me. Like, being a cheating whore. God damn you.
God damn you.
Her poor boyfriend's on a fucking bus right now. We're plane.
Going to fucking...
Getting deployed.
Getting deployed. Could die.
Going to get shot at. Here she is getting shot at in her mouth.
It's actually pretty impressive. She's not
bad. No, don't worry. She's a good-looking girl. She just rested his dick on her shoulder.
She's like making me uncomfortable with her facial expressions. She pulls out and just makes a weird face, like there, like right there. Right. It's like she's struggling.
Give this bitch a hair tie. She's got lockjaw.
She's yawning. Oh wow, she hid those well. That's unexpected. The camera guy's like, whoa. What are those? This dude instructing her to have to do everything is fucking brutal, though. She awkwardly takes
that's why I said, like,
clothing.
the power of a camera. Talk to a girl like that and tell her, and then she just does it.
Just does it.
What the fuck?
Do this, or you're not going to get your $150.
Do this, or you're not going to get your 12-pack of ramen noodles.
Those are nice, though.
Yeah, of course.
Those are definitely nice. Good for her. Oh, Jesus. All right, camera angle change.
POV angle.
POV action.
Starting to get a runny nose.
But
That's the worst. Yeah.
Forces the head down. She almost throws up. Cameraman, I think you've had enough.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Clothing's coming off.
She's loving it. Fucking cameraman.
Take your own goddamn clothes off. This guy's not going to undress you.
So where do you think girls like this find this? Like, how did they find her? Did she find them?
Craigslist?
You think Craigslist? Like,
where else?
I don't know. Great ass. Holy shit.
Very unexpected. Spank your ass indeed.
I mean,
you ready to have sex?
A great candidate for porn, I'll tell you that. But
oh wow, they just went right there. He's using a condom. That's interesting. I mean, I guess it's her first video, so I guess you have to.
No, we're just watching regular porno video here. There's nothing crazy about this. She's riding him on top.
Normal riding, upward thrust.
Jackhammer. Hit her with the jackhammer.
He's going for it.
Oh yeah.
I think she's injured. Oh, they're going old school. They're going missionary.
Edge of the bed missionary.
The finger biting thing. I don't understand that.
Great gig for the guy though. We never see this guy.
I have not seen his face.
Above the elbows.
No.
It's elbows down the entire video.
And
like,
you know what that
awesome.
Is? That's a good cameraman. I don't even know he's
the best
there.
thing he's done. Right.
Yeah, I don't even know the guy's there. There's literally the girl, a penis, and that's it.
Yeah.
This guy may as well not even exist.
Yeah.
Good for him. And his performance is actually.
What do you think he got paid?
Good. Nothing. His payment.
Couple beers.
His payment's right there. Her engulfing him.
Oh, you know what? I wonder.
Yeah. This is the cameraman's friend probably. Like, hey Jimmy, you want to come over and fucking bang this chick for me?
I never thought of that.
Right?
Right. Most dudes would be fine with that. Like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm down.
Well, this is nothing weird. It's not like, hey, you and 7 other guys gonna bang this chick at once. I'll give you $50.
Yeah. Come blow this girl out at the hotel real quick.
Oh, that's impressive. That's a good angle. Back to
sucking dick. All right.
Back to awkward blowjob.
Oh yeah, he's having trouble keeping a hard on.
Oh yeah, he's losing it. She's sucking his nuts. Up, there he goes. Fire away.
Warzone. Pew, pew.
Pow, right in the kisser.
Pow.
What a gentleman. He's like holding her chin up. Oh, her poor boyfriend.
Sucks.
Swallowed the load and ran into the bathroom right from there. You know, you don't normally see the aftermath of the porn like this.
Yeah.
Like when they're done and like cleaning up.
Once in a while you do. What's also I'm learning from this is like the camera guy is like, if this doofus can do this and probably make a retarded amount of money.
Like, how much money do you think this guy made for shooting this video?
I don't know. I've always wondered that. Like,
right?
Girls on porn? Is that what girls do porn?
Girlsdoporn.com. So I'm actually going to run through a couple of comments because these are the greatest things ever.
Oh.
Let's see some of the comments.
The comment section, I believe, is the best part of the internet.
Anyway. It's incredible. It really is. So let's see. Let's see what the people have to say. Some of these are pretty recent. A week ago, 2 weeks ago. Dogzilla1990 says, TikTok brought me here.
TikTok.
What the fuck is on that app that would bring someone to this?
I don't know.
Anonymous. That is fucked up. I have seen so many guys find their wives were cheating after deployments. That's why I stayed single when I was in the Army. Good for you, Anonymous.
Yeah, what do they call them? Jodies?
Is that the term?
Yeah, like when she's fucking a Jody.
I never heard of
It's
that.
like a civilian back at home. Yeah, I'm pretty
Never
sure.
heard
Pretty
of that,
sure.
man. She belongs to the streets.
Yep.
Catchphrase or something?
Yeah, no, she belongs to the streets.
I never heard of that.
That's not a homegirl. That's not a girl you make a home with.
Oh.
She's a hoe. She's out in them streets.
Okay.
Yeah, streets own her.
She belonged to the streets. She is one of most popular GDP girls thanks to the story of her bidding farewell to her boyfriend who was deployed and then heading straight to this shoot to get her tight, hot pussy fucked by a complete stranger and swallow his entire load. Nice little slut.
Wow.
That was a full paragraph. This guy took the time to write that. Ain't no sense in going home. Jody's got your girl and gone. There it is. You're right.
Girl.
Good girl. She wants a real man, not a coward who joins the terrorist army in murdering the innocent. She is a real hero. She's a real hero.
Wow.
Bet this hoe came here first, fucked, and left to army base to see boyfriend. She is savage on the real.
What do you think she did first?
Oh, can you imagine she did that first and then went? That's even worse, I feel like.
Oh, it'd be way worse.
That's like, oh my
It's
god.
way worse.
I love how there's always the one random guy, she can come get this dick.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, right?
Because she's going to read that and be like, oh, all right.
All right.
Hey.
All right, Moneyman3431.
Yep.
I'll be right there. Spiff says, fucking hot. I would have fucked her just like that, raw, with no condom, and cream pie. That tight, hot pussy with my thick-ass dick. The descriptions that people leave on pornos is just absolutely fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
You know that girl shot more than one video, right? She shot two.
Did she?
I think it was with the same guy. Only second time, there was no condom.
Really?
She really committed on that one.
Well, she was probably broken up at that point.
Dude, the same guy who said Moneyman3431
Yeah.
comments on the other video, these dudes ain't fucking her right. Damn shame.
Wow.
Is there any way to possibly coax her back into porn officially and get paid for guys jacking off to her? Something they already do?
Someone trying to tell her to make an OnlyFans? Fucking simps. Like, I can't, like, someone taking the time to comment in the comment section of their hopes to pay for her OnlyFans subscription. Like, there are actually people out there paying for this shit.
What do you think of the whole OnlyFans thing? Do you know what that is or anything about it?
Yeah, I've never looked at it. I'm assuming it's like every other webcam fucking thing out there where girls have their own profiles and you can pay to subscribe to whatever content they're putting out for a monthly subscription. Probably like, what, $3 a month or some shit like that it is or something? It's more than that?
More than that, man. I've seen some that are fucking like $20 and shit. And then when you have the subscription, they charge you for like individual
pieces
fucking
of content,
shit.
right? Yeah.
Like a lot too. Like $50 a photo.
Wow.
Isn't that sad?
If people are paying for it, it is what it is.
That's the part that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's, you know, I don't know. I don't think there's anything bad about it. It's fine.
By no means. I wish.
It's virtual. I mean, you're in it's the safety of your own home. You're not fucking people.
No.
I mean,
A lot of the girls on the OnlyFans aren't even doing any of that. They're not fucking, sucking, doing anything. They're just like hanging
That's what I'm saying,
out.
like webcamming.
Like one girl, she don't even do anything like that. She was just driving around, just, you know, camera was like here and just pulled her titty out. That was it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Imagine seeing someone, you're like driving past them and they're in their car like shooting an OnlyFans thing and they're like pulling their titties out.
Like, y'all want to subscribe?
What's your Instagram handle?
Or just crumple up $1 and like throw it at them.
Throw it through the window.
Thank you.
It actually would be even more funny if like you could see the guy in the background on the camera or some shit. Like as she's doing it, you just see some guy like pull up and like just he's like, you know, approving of it.
I'm gonna make an OnlyFans.
What are you gonna do on it?
I don't know. I'm gonna drive around and pull my titty out. fucking what?
I wonder if anyone will pay for that.
I would do that for like $50 a month. Like, if that's all I netted from it, I'd be like, this is awesome. Just have a camera going all the time.
Just yeah.
Drive around with a nut out. Like one nut just hanging out. Like,
One nut hanging out of your shorts.
like, hey, you like that?
Oh my god, that reminds me of that video of Pam Anderson, Tommy Lee. Did you ever see that? The classic original celebrity sex tape.
Of course.
He's like fucking driving. He's got like shorts on out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, babe," like just pulls his fucking dick out of his.
Hey, babe, what's going on?
He's like for some odd reason, raging hard on, just constantly, just driving, just poking right out of the pants.
Yep.
Fucking crazy, man.
Oh.
I remember when I first saw that.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking video quality was like 180p.
It was like a VHS tape, right? Wasn't it?
It was like worse than that,
yeah,
dude.
it was like VHS.
Can't even see anything.
Fucking video.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's terrible. I mean, a fucking girl cheating. Like the crazy thing is that we have the whole backstory to that. How often do you get the backstory?
I wish I could have the backstory of every homemade porno. It would make them a little more interesting.
Sometimes I like when you go through like different porn sites and you'll come across the same video with completely different descriptions of what you're. I'm like, now I don't know what to believe, but it's so fun. Like the just fantasizing about what's really going on.
What's really going on?
Yeah.
It's like cheap little slut cheats with stepbrother.
Yeah. Right.
And then you go to a different website, same video. It's like
married couple.
Married couple banging.
Yeah. Right.
Cute girl, loving boyfriend.
Right. And that's probably the real one, you know. And
then you go to the random website where it's like cock sucking whore bag fucks dick balls. You're like, what the hell? Who named this? The fucking names of the videos kill me. So let's move on to our next segment. What is the etiquette?
Yes. Favorite one.
Favorite thing ever.
It is, except for last week's when we talked about farts. So this week, I was having a discussion with somebody, and we were just talking about past experiences and relationships, and kind of just going over things that we've been through personally. And it's like, man, you know, I wish the person I was actually talking to, when they broke up with their significant other, they said that they had so many people come up to them and be like, oh, like, I knew that was going to happen. Like, I knew you guys weren't going to make it. Like, it was just a matter of time kind of thing. And it was like, she was like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't anybody fucking say that to me? Instead of watching me go through all this shit, to have to go through this fucking heartache. Like, why wouldn't you fucking tell me this is no good or this is toxic or this is not bad? But then it's also like, well, when you're in the midst of that love, you're not going to really listen. Most people look at you like you don't know what you're talking about. We're in love and just mind your business, you know, shit like that. So my what's the etiquette question is how do you handle having a friend or family member in a toxic relationship, but they are in love? Do you get involved? Do you say anything? Do you leave it alone? Do you just let it run its course? Do you detach yourself from the situation because you don't know how to not say something and you don't want to witness it either? Like, does that cause a gap between you and their relationship, you know? And what are your past experiences?
That's tough. Me, I don't keep my mouth shut about anything.
Okay.
And I definitely don't keep my mouth shut about relationships.
Okay.
I never have and I never will.
All right.
Personally, I've obviously gone through my fair share of slunts. And
ginger ones or just in general?
Well, technically, yeah, actually.
A couple ginger slunts in there?
Yeah.
Thought so.
No, the ginger was nice.
Oh.
But anyway, the whole thing with it, I think you need to tell the person. You might not want to be as aggressive as I would be when telling someone.
Right.
But I'll make it blatantly obvious if I don't like the significant other to them. Like, I don't really fake it to them either.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty obvious when I don't like somebody.
Yeah.
And I think you're the same way.
Yes.
Yeah, it's blatantly obvious that when you don't like someone. Definitely tell them something. Maybe warn them in a way. Just like, are you sure about this? You know, maybe you should, maybe take a step back and just kind of give them the evidence of why you're kind of in, like, you might want to think about this. Like, well, I mean, dude, look at this. I mean, for the past 2 weeks, you've done nothing but fight, and you keep coming to me and telling me all this stuff. I know I don't see the good stuff, but you don't even highlight the good. You only tell me the bad, which leads me to believe that there's not much good. There's not much good,
if any.
And you're telling me all this stuff. Maybe it's best that you rethink this relationship, and is it best for you? Are you in love with the person, or you're just too stubborn to have a change in your life? And that varies from person to person and situation to situation, because a normal relationship between two people who don't live together and don't have kids, that's like so easy to cut that cord.
Cut and dry.
And how easy it is to do that, a lot of people don't know how lucky they are to be able to cut that cord that easily.
Right.
Because when you're in a situation of not even marriage, but just living together, whether you're renting a place together and both your names are on it, or if you buy a fucking home together,
Yep.
oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Add marriage into the mix and then add kids, it gets so beyond difficult at that point, especially you don't know what that other person is capable of doing.
Oh, yeah.
If you leave them, are they going to try and set out to ruin your entire life? Not socially, but financially, or socially too.
Yeah.
You know,
Mentally, just fucking.
You gotta love Mark Zuckerberg. Gave everyone a fucking voice to talk shit about other people.
Yeah.
With Facebook and Instagram.
Correct.
One post can change a ton of people's outlook on you, and the post can be complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a piece of shit. He cheated on me, or oh, she's a fucking whore. She did this, so on. When none of it fucking happened.
Right.
And whether none of it happened or not, most likely 50% of those people are going to say something and believe it.
Yeah.
Or what's even better is if a female posts it, you got all those fucking guys who want to play Mr. White Knight, who want to secretly just want to fuck the girl. Like, oh yeah, you're right. You're so much better than that fucking asshole.
Yep.
And so on and so forth, and blah blah blah. I can't stand that shit.
Simps. Yeah. They're fucking. I totally agree with what you say. I think that's an excellent viewpoint to handle that situation.
How do you tell someone?
I unfortunately handle it terribly. I don't do the right thing. I feel like I should do what you do. I don't say anything.
Oh, really?
When I was a long time ago, much younger, I did, and it backfired on me, immensely. And the person that I told ended up hating me, and they acted like I created the situation. Like I'm the one that caused the problems, even though I just exposed what was being done to them, and I knew what was going on. I got the person who was doing it to fucking admit it, because I provided the proof and said, you know, this is it. Like, deny it or don't. Did you do it or not? And eventually they said, yes, I did do it. And then,
do I know who these?
Yes.
I do, okay.
And then it got turned on me. And actually, it was so crazy because it wasn't immediate. I think the next day, the person that I told, they were obviously hurting, but they came up to me and were talking, you know what? They're like, you know what? I think your girlfriend's cheating on you too. I was like, what? I'm like, yeah, I think she's probably doing the same thing. I was like, okay, can you give me any proof? Like, do you know anything? Does anybody say anything to you, or just like what you think? No, but I'm like, come on, dude, don't fucking do that. I'm like, don't do that. Like, don't try and spin it around or make me feel the same way, or like, I don't know if you're trying to make yourself feel better or whatever it is. I was like, if you have something to actually show me and tell me, I'll fucking listen to it.
Of course.
Like, don't sit here and try and fire it back at me for whatever reason. And then from there, as it got worse, their relationship got worse and was coming to an end because of all of that. The anger got directed towards me, and I actually believe I was told, like, you know, this is partially your fault. Like, you know, this is going on because of you. I'm like, how? Like, what do you mean? Like, all I did was expose it. Like, wow. I saw what was going on, and then we actually didn't talk for years. Because then it ignited into a fucking battle between the two of us. Because
I really know who these are.
Yeah, it's my fucking brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know this story.
Oh, yeah, this was long. I was 16, 17.
I do know the story. Never mind.
And
okay.
And yeah, me and him ended up. That was like that was one of the first like big battles between him and I. And then he ended up staying with her after I exposed the shit. Because she was living at the house with us.
Yeah.
And he would go to work, and I would be home, and I'd see her leave and get picked up by other dudes.
Oh, that's so terrible.
Yeah. She right at the house. And then I think when she caught wind that I noticed, she would leave the house and walk to the gas station down the street. And one day I followed her. Yeah. Because I'm like, what is she doing?
We didn't have camera phones back then.
No. I watched her go down the street. I walked down, cut through the woods, saw her go to the gas station, saw the dude pull up on his fucking motorcycle. She hopped on the back and they took off.
God damn.
And I was like, okay, this is crazy. And then I found out who the dude was. I found out that was her ex-boyfriend. I was like, okay, we know what's going on there. And then I heard other shit that she was doing. And then that was like the line in the sand for me. And that's when I started saying shit to him. Like, dude, this is what's going on. This is what she's doing while you're at work. This is what I know. And he didn't want to believe it. Didn't believe it. No way. There's no way. And I'm like, so then one day I got both of them at the same time. I said, this is what you're doing. Tell him. Fucking tell him. No, I'm not doing it. I'm like, okay, well, what about this? What about this person? Who's this? And she was like, I remember right at that point when I started dropping names, she looked over at him and she goes, can we talk about this inside? I was like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Jay fucking slammed his hand on the hood of his truck, like, just fucking say it. I was like, oh man. And she's like, yes, I did it. Ah. Start crying and shit.
You blame him?
He's just like, ah.
Like my mom when she
corned beef, yes.
Corned beef incident.
Someone just took 2 slabs of corned beef from him right there. Like,
oh yeah,
dude, it was crazy. And I just looked at him. I'm like,
told you.
I fucking tried to tell you. Like, and then it just turned into a rage from there. Now,
and then it turned around.
And then yeah, and then like I said, the next morning was when he was like, I think your girlfriend's cheating on you too, actually. I'm like, you wait till right now to say it? Like, you didn't say anything about this
before.
Right. And then again, I said, okay, where? Show me some proof. Like,
yeah.
So whatever.
Well, yeah.
So from there, I was like scarred by that because I was like, all right, maybe I shouldn't get involved because people are because they, and like I said, ended up staying together, and then me and him ended up hating each other because then after they stayed together, you're not just gonna be able to walk in front of me.
Yeah, you can't be around them.
I can't just act like that then, like, because I'll just be like, oh, your girlfriend's a whore. Oh, the whore's here.
Yeah.
Whore's in the house. Like, hey, ho. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very hard for me to not, because you're a fucking piece of shit. And I'm sure you're still doing it. Whatever the reasons are, and like, so, and don't get me wrong, he's not peachy to deal with either, but still, then leave. You know, leave, especially when you're bringing this shit into my house, you know? So,
of course. So
then I didn't. I dealt with this recently in another scenario. I know a girl, I'm just friends with her, rekindled all of a sudden this guy that she used to talk to, always friends with, jumps back in her life and doesn't even live in the state anymore. I'm coming back to the state. Oh, by the way, I've always loved you. I broke up with my wife. She took my kids, but I've always been in love with you and I want to be with you and I'm coming back to New Jersey and we're going to do this and we're going to do that and I just want to be with you. I've fantasized about this forever and we just never been able to do it because I've been stuck with her and you were doing it. And she, like, head over heels, just chomping that fucking bait. So I've never met this guy before. So I have a pure out of the box looking in experience. He actually drives from the state he's living in to New Jersey, and I see she shared, I think, his post, and he was posted like a live Facebook video of him driving, talking. Within 30 seconds, I'm like, this guy smokes meth. This guy smokes meth. There's something wrong with him. Like, it's obvious. He's wired. He's like, you can see the tweak in their eyes, you know? So I know this girl was all, because now right away, dude, like the day or two after she posted something on Facebook about him coming back, she changes her relationship status. And I was like, oh,
fuck, dude.
Yes.
Moving quick.
So, and this girl I know has been very lonely. So I know she's desperate. We've talked about, me and her have talked about it a lot of times. She talks to me about it all the time. I didn't know what to say because I do not know this guy whatsoever. I know a couple Facebook posts, this video that I saw.
Yeah.
She's known him for a long time, apparently. I didn't want to step in and be like, you should really take this slow. And, you know, I don't know if you're doing the right thing here. I don't know if this is what he looks like. This is what I'm seeing. I didn't know how it was going to come off.
You don't want to pass judgment,
right?
I guess.
That I didn't want to pass judgment. I didn't want to make it seem like I was just...
That's different, that situation you're describing.
Yeah.
That's totally different because, first of all, one, you don't know both parties involved.
Right.
And you really don't have any proof.
Yes.
You just have a feeling. You could voice the feeling, but just in that matter, like, tread lightly, tread softly.
I didn't. And then he shows up, and within a couple days, it just goes...
He was gone, right?
Yeah. And she's crying, and she's really sad, and she feels like an idiot. And then she tells me within 2 days of being there, he starts asking about where he can find meth. And I'm like, knew it!
Wow.
And I felt so bad. I'm like, you know, like, I really feel terrible about this, because I, like, saw this happening, but I didn't know if I had a place to say anything. I didn't know if I should, or you seemed like you were really excited to have somebody interested in you, and this, but I didn't know, and I didn't want you to just make it. I didn't want her to feel like I was just trying to shit on her being finally happy and finding someone that's interested in her and this and that. In retrospect, I'm using that as a lesson now. I'm never gonna be quiet again if I see something like that with someone I care about or friends with, because even if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Whatever, you know. But if I'm right, maybe. But even still, I don't know if it would have changed anything with her. She might, oh no, but you know he's.
Well, if someone is willing to fall for something like that quickly, there's nothing you could have said, in my opinion.
And the last thing I want is one of those "I told you so" thing. Like, oh, I told you so. Like, who wants to hear that?
No, I'm with you. And well,
so I think you're right. I think you try as softly as possible. Like, you know, maybe you should take a step back and reanalyze what you're doing. Well, you know,
there was a situation very similar. I'm not going to name names where. I had warned a specific person who I was very, very close to, warned them about the person they were about to get married to.
Okay.
And I didn't pull any punches.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, it happened anyway. And that
what
person,
happened anyway?
They got married.
Oh, they got married?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she was mad at me. My friend was a female. So the guy she was marrying, I warned her about.
Yeah.
She got mad at me, and I'm talking like a best friend almost, and kind of just deleted me from her life.
Wow.
And I told her I don't regret what I said because I know it's true. I believe it. And I'm saying it because I care about you and I'm looking out for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that I don't ever hear from you again because that means I was wrong. And I hope that I'm wrong, but I am going to hear from you again because I know I'm right. Lo and behold, 8 months later, I heard from her again.
Wow.
And exactly what I said was going to happen had happened.
Really?
And I said, I was like, look, I feel bad. I'm not going to say I told you so. I was hoping that I wouldn't hear from you again because then maybe I would have been wrong.
Yeah.
And you would have been happy.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case.
Wow.
By any means. I thought it would be at least a year. It was like 8 months, and that was it.
Wow.
Yeah. But everything's good now.
I was going to say, friends again?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay.
You know, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure she saw, like,
right.
You're looking out for me. You care about me.
Right.
And that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ever doing that in a malicious manner. Because there's people that do it maliciously, like, oh, I'm going to fucking ruin their relationship and ruin their life. And I can't wait to cause drama and problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the case. Mm-hmm. If I'm telling anybody about that, it's only people that I actually care about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not going...
Yeah.
People who butt into other people's relationships to start shit.
Right.
Like someone on Facebook that you see and like, oh, I know that he cheats on her.
Mm-hmm.
I know that she cheats on him. I'm going to message them and they don't even know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Why? Why are you causing problems? Why?
Yeah. No, people do it all the time.
People do it all the time. They
all
thrive
the time.
off of it.
Yeah.
That's different, man. But when someone you're close to, or even family for that matter, and you tell them, like, listen, I'm telling you this because this is how I feel, and I'm worried about you and your well-being.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I know, and don't do it based off of just like, oh, I just got a feeling. Like, you know, come to me with some proof, like you said. Like,
Right. Show me something.
You have a feeling.
Right.
She's a bitch. That's all you have.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
So,
I had when I got divorced, I was talking to a couple friends of mine because one of my best friends was supposed to be in my wedding, and like a couple weeks before the wedding, he ghosted the fuck out of me. Stopped responding to messages and calls, and never came to my wedding. And then the day after my wedding, I was in Mexico. He messaged me on Facebook like, "Hey man, I just wanted to say like, I just couldn't get involved with your wedding, and I got all this shit going on, and I couldn't afford the tux, and I couldn't do this, and I wasn't gonna be able to make it to this, blah blah." And I was like, "You literally waited till the day after my wedding to say this to me. Like, you could have said this to me 2 months ago, and it would have been all right.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest days of my life, you completely disappear on me. You're supposed to be my best friend, like." So fast forward, I get divorced, and I'm talking to his brother. Me and him, our relationship was over after that. Like, it caused such a rift that we just went our separate ways and went from being best fucking friends to never talking. All the time goes past, and I'm talking to his brother after I'm getting divorced, and he's like, "Yo, you know, you should talk to him again. Like, you know, you guys should talk. You guys are like fucking brothers. You guys are best friends." I'm like, "I got no problem. It is what it is. It's water under the bridge." I'm like, "The only reason we stopped talking is because what happened so long ago. Like, you know, it is what it is." But, and then his brother says, "Yo, you think?" He's like, and this is nothing that he said to me. He's like, "But do you think maybe he didn't want to go to your wedding because he knew what she was like, and he knew what she was doing?" And I was like, "What?" I'm like, that long ago? I was like, I don't think she was doing it before we got married. I was like, but I don't know. I was like, but he's supposed to be my best friend. Why wouldn't you fucking tell me that? Mm-hmm. And then I ended up talking to him after all the shit happened with her, and I was talking to him about it and telling him about like what she did and all this other shit. And you know what he said to me?
What?
This is my friend I'm talking about. He's like, oh, well, just so you know, like I never did nothing with her. Why would you even have to say that?
That's weird.
Right?
He's not your friend anymore, right?
I barely talked to him.
Okay,
no,
good.
Barely. But like, why would you even have to say that? It's very odd to me.
Well,
so
it's odd because that would be another perfect reason why he didn't come to the wedding.
Exactly. And then on top of that, when I said to his brother the day he said it, I'm like, oh, why wouldn't he just fucking say something? And then he was like, well, if someone said that to you right before you were about to get married, how would you have reacted? I was like, I probably would have told him to go fuck himself. If he tried to tell me tried to tell me she was a whore, you know, whatever. Like, I would have been like, you're a piece of shit. Like, this is who you're talking about. This is like, you know. So yeah, I understand that part. But
it comes down to proof, though.
I know.
Accusations with no proof are bullshit.
Yeah, but
and
now
that's something that's plaguing a lot of people right now.
Knowing what she is like and what she has done for fact that I know, and I'm not even trying to say this like, oh, what she did, but just knowing how she went about her fucking life and what she did, and then how he acted, and like, it's just so bizarre. And then that, like I said, that thing, without even saying anything, just like, well, I never did nothing with her. And I even said, I'm like, yo, why would you? I think I even responded like, you don't even got to say that. Like, why would? I never even thought that for a second. But now you just put it in my head, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Maybe something did happen.
Makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So who knows? Probably. Maybe they did something. I don't know if it was when we were together. Maybe it was right before we got together. You know, because I graduated high school. She was a year behind me. He didn't graduate. We were in the same age grade, me and him, but he had a kid his senior year and left, and he came back and redid his senior year when she was in her senior year.
Interesting.
And we all lived right next to each other. And he would see her in school, and I think they would go to lunch together and go to school. And I'm like,
that seems like a lot.
He's the one that ended up getting me and her together, because they were going to school together. And he would come home, and me and him would hang out.
Okay.
And he would be like, yo, you should talk to her. You should talk to her. Why don't you talk to her again? You should talk. Because me and her had talked once before.
Yeah.
And he was the one that kept putting it in my head. So he's the reason me and her got together again and then stayed together for, 12 years or whatever it was. So, which even more I didn't understand, because I'm like, yo, it's your fault we're together. Why aren't you at my fucking wedding? Like,
yeah.
You know,
awkward.
Strange thing. And I'll never know. You know what? And I don't even care at this point anymore.
Well, at this point.
It means nothing to me.
Yeah.
It means nothing. So.
It would have meant something back then, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, like right now, for instance, people have warned me, it does nothing for me now, but if during the actual time when I needed it, if someone said something to me, it would have helped.
Think so? Yeah.
Dude, the bottom line is like, I was blinded by love before. Once.
Okay.
Because it was the first girl I was ever with. That's it.
Okay.
She kind of conditioned me to act on behalf of caution, I guess that could be the right way to say it. Where you can love someone, but you need to be realistic.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Not saying you believe every accusation that's thrown, because accusations are bullshit unless there's proof. And that's why when people accuse people of something with nothing tangible, well, I just have a feeling.
Yeah.
Well, fuck your feelings.
Exactly.
It means nothing.
Right.
You have no fucking proof.
Yeah.
If people warned me about people after my first girlfriend, you better believe I take that shit into consideration.
Good for you.
100%.
Good. Yeah.
Everything is worth investigating.
Yeah.
Right. Every fucking thing.
Right.
Especially after what happened to you. You better believe that I listen to anything anyone says about anything.
Yeah.
So
I feel the same now. Like, if I don't learn from that.
Oh, yeah. It's a perfect example. So it's everything with other... I'm not saying butting into people's relationships. I've had, obviously, best friends who've made poor decisions, both male and female, that I have warned, one of which abandoned the friendship, which obviously upset me and pissed me off. But again, I understand how human beings are, and human beings can be blinded by love.
For sure.
Bullshit. But then there are friends who I have told who... Listen, I was like, look, I'll be cordial with that person you're with. I'll let them know how I feel. if they ask, I'm like, oh, I don't like you at all. I'm here because he's with you, and I'll be nice to you because he's with you.
Yeah.
But the second he finds out what you're really like, that shit's over.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to be nice to you ever again when you're not with him.
Right.
Perfect example was obviously his ex.
Right.
I was as cordial as I could be, and then when everything had gone down with that, after that, I pulled no punches whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go on like social media. This fucking
No, you're not gonna
bitch,
go out
like,
of your way to insult her.
No, but
you're
like,
not gonna.
I'm not gonna
be
be
fake and
no,
pretend
I'm not gonna be fake and
right.
nice.
Yeah.
And just even being around them, I'm not being fake and nice to you when I'm around you. I'll be around you and I'll be cordial with you just because it pleases him.
Yeah.
But you better believe every chance I get, if he asks or complains about you, I'm gonna be like, leave her.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot. Leave her.
That's exactly.
Or leave him.
That's exactly what happened with me and my brother when we were all living in the same house, and so she. Imagine how that was, because I know I'm not easy to deal with.
Awkward.
Oh, dude.
I can imagine.
Fist fights, dude. Fist fights.
You fought her?
Him.
Oh.
Fought him.
you fought her?
The first real fight between me and him was fucking insane, dude.
Over her? Well, over that situation?
It was, the rift was between me and him already because of that situation, and then he was just poking me, like
So
every little thing he could do to get at me and talk down to me or talk shit to me or this and that, he would do it.
Yeah.
And then I just, 15, 16, 17 years old, not a little kid anymore, and he learned that real fucking quick, dude. Real quick.
Yeah.
So that was crazy times.
I definitely do believe, to wrap up, what is the etiquette?
Yeah.
My etiquette on it is 100% tell people the fucking truth. Be mindful. Don't be mean. Be mindful of what you say.
Right.
Articulate everything you're saying properly. Think about it before you say it.
Yeah.
And choose your words wisely. And don't make a fucking accusation unless there's goddamn proof.
Right. Don't make accusations. Tell the person how you feel, but like with love. Like, dude, I'm saying, I'm coming at you like from a standpoint of, I'm gonna love you regardless. I'm gonna be here, like, whatever. This is what I see. This is how I feel about it.
Yes.
I hope you make the right choice.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
100%. I agree. Yeah. I think that's pretty damn good overall.
Well, here we go. Steamrolling ahead, season 3. Thanks for hanging out, and hit that like button, comment, follow us on Instagram, Thicker Than Blood Podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube. Ring the notification bell.
It's over in this region here. Ring that bell. Make sure you tune in every single week to each episode. Watch the clips. They're funny. Believe me, it's worth it. We're going to post a video like right in this region here, and then probably another video right in this region here. So it might be a clip over here, and then a full-length video over there from last week, and then the bell's over here.
I think we got a little thing here. We could put like our
put like a little emblem,
thicker than blood thing, like right here.
Thicker than dick over here.
Thicker than blood.
Make sure that you ring that bell, though, because you're going to be alerted every single time that we post something, which now we're on a roll.